Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not Coven.
Not Coven.
Okay. Okay. So, you already revealed 3 heroes from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you place your meeple there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And where are you placing it? Are you placing it to add to?
That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Ah! Okay. And as with all Oink games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag. And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray. And I could, like, spot her. Because she's so tall. I love her, though. I love her. It was...
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with
That's
the highest
true.
score.
That's
see?
true. That's
so,
true.
if you're gonna blame anyone, it's Panda Angel.
That is...
It again, but not only did she do it again.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom Show. That was a seamless transition for the first time. I feel so accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Panda's finally learned how to stream. Let's give Panda a hand. Yes, all the applause, applause. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank the Academy. Thank your friend. You've earned it.
Yes, after 109 episodes, I finally got it timed perfectly. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC, so.
Yeah, can't see. Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not Coven.
Not Coven.
Okay. Okay. So, you already revealed 3 heroes from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you place your meeple there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And where are you placing it? Are you placing it to add to?
So cute. They're little manatee heads that you're gonna have floating around. I was like, I mean, a bag of manatee heads does not sound cute. But when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute. But seeing collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That just says
Actually, we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart, okay? Dang.
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with
That's
the highest
true.
score.
That's
see?
true. That's
so,
true.
if you're gonna blame anyone, it's Panda Angel.
I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC, so. Seeing collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That just says
Actually, we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart, okay? Dang. And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray. and I could like spot her because she's so tall. I love her though. I love her. It was
Okay, can't see. Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not COVID.
Not COVID.
Okay. Okay. So, you already revealed 3 heroes from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you place your meeple there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And where are you placing it? Are you placing it to add to?
So cute. They're little manatee heads that you're gonna have floating around. I was like, I mean, a bag of manatee heads does not sound cute. But when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute. But
it again, but not only did she do it again.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom Show. That was a seamless transition for the first time. I feel so accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Panda's finally learned how to stream. Let's give Panda a hand. Yes, all the applause, applause. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank the Academy. Thank your friend. You've earned it.
Yes, after 109 episodes, I finally got it timed perfectly. That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Ah, okay. And as with all Oin games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag.
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with
That's
the highest
true.
score.
That's
okay?
true. That's
so,
true.
if you're gonna blame anyone, it's Panda Angel.
That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Ah, okay. And as with all Oin games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag. Hello everyone, welcome in. I'm Amanda Panda, and welcome to my channel. Today with me I have Manny Trembley, who is designer of the most famous that you know, probably Dice Throne. You know Dice Throne, he's the designer.
I'm one of the designers.
One of the is it the Neon Knights group or
no? No, it is not. No.
Oh, okay.
Dice
We'll
Throne is
talk
its
about all
own
that
company.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can get there. We can get there.
Yeah, you get
I just
there.
don't want to take credit for Dice Throne because it's not just me. There's a lot more people.
Yes. And he also is one of the designers of the game that we are going to learn and play today. It is called Jump Masters by Chip Theory Games, currently on Game Found. So I've put the link into the chat of both YouTube and Twitch for you to check that out. There's a last minute switcheroo, but I'm so glad that Manny was so... thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Sulu Confused, welcome in, says, not just no Dice Throne, love Dice Throne. Yeah, Dice Throne, it's funny. It's like almost have its own cult following of people that just really love it and just get all into it and get everything from it. There's a lot of material for Dice Throne out there, for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And so why don't you go ahead and do a little introduction for people who don't know who you are?
Sure. Well, as stated, I am Manny Trembley. I am a board game designer and illustrator. I got my start in board games with Dice Throne. So Dice Throne was created by Nate Chatelier and myself. And we quickly, after creating it, partnered up with Gavin Brown of Roxley Games. the creator, founder of like Brass and Santorini and Radlands and Excalibur. Um, the three of us own Dice Throne Incorporated, and we have been building that. This summer, it'll be 10 years from when we said, "Hey, you want to make a board game?" And then we did. So that's, and then from there, I also work on other games with other publishers, specifically Chip Theory and the Neon Knight sub brand. And then I've done work with Roxley, and then I have done work with Druid City Games and James Hudson. So
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and flip on over to the scene so that we can go and check out the games on his BGG designer page. As he stated before, there's a whole treasure trove of Dice Throne. Do you feel like you're kind of like have less ideas, or do you still have a whole list of things you want to put out for Dice Throne, different characters and
oh,
stuff?
we are all in. I mean, we're currently we are creating. I think for a while I thought to myself, I wonder if we're headed towards the end of creating for Dice Throne.
Yeah.
And what we have found over the last 5 years is that every time we make a new set, we feel like, oh, this one's actually my new favorite. Oh, this new game mechanic. Oh, this really interesting stuff. We have new people that we hired. We have 11 people on staff, and we have a developer, designer, and then we have named John Heydrich, and then another guy named Josh, who is helping do game design. And the two of them have just been incredible at game design stuff and helping us continue to grow the brand.
Oh, that's awesome. And it looks like Dice
hmm
Throne Vanguard is the newest one coming out this year.
That's the next one come. Yeah, that's the newest one. Fulfilling. It's I think almost on the water. It's probably headed towards fulfillment in the next 6 months or so.
Nice. Nice.
hmm
And then, as he said before, he did Excalibur. If you saw like Bonds' videos on that, this is really cool. Such a high production. Like the
Oh yeah,
swords are probably not TSA approved. They're metal.
they are not.
They're
Don't
not.
bring them on a
Don't
plane.
check
Don't
them
do
into
it.
your bag. Don't carry them on. And because there's like all these like, well, those are plastic, so
Yeah,
they'll be okay.
yeah. The
But
discs
yeah,
are fine.
yeah,
But that game, the cool thing, so James Vanderkirk, who works with Roxley, he and Gavin Brown built that box. And it is so cool. Like from
it's
the
so
first
awesome.
time they showed it to me,
Yeah,
I was like, I don't even understand how anybody could make a box that fascinating. And when you bring that out and you set it on a table, it's absolute bonkers. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's so cool. So yeah, that Excalibur is a fun party game about just
hmm
trying to gain Excalibur and trying not to get the bad one. And another party
Yep.
game is Fight Five. This is one from Chip
Yep.
Theory.
Yep.
Very fun. You're kind of doing war on both sides of you, and it can play like a big
Yep.
number of people. But very quick, fun, pretty art, pretty, game. You do like a lot of pretty games because all of your games are so bright.
Well,
Well, at least for Chip Theory,
thanks.
right? But no, even like Dice Throne has some really good art on it.
Well, Wonderland's War as well. Like that's another
Yes,
game that I did art
yes.
for and helped world build. Mad Kala. Yep. I
Mad
guess that's
Color,
another one.
yeah, that's the latest one. Very fun game.
hmm
That's a two-player. I've played that one as well. Love it. Oh yeah, here's more Dice Throw. Oh yeah, you did the
There's a
Marvel
lot.
series.
Yes, we
Yeah, I
did.
heard Deadpool is the best. Everybody loves Deadpool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great.
Uh, how was it working with Marvel? To get the IP and stuff.
Um, I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, they're Marvel, it's Disney, right? So, when people ask this, I mean, of course, there's guidelines. There is all kinds of, we'll call them restrictions. But I'd like to think about it more like what they did is they said, here is the sandbox. Play in this sandbox. Don't go
Mm.
outside it. Don't like go bananas crazy or anything, but you can play here. And if you stay within their sandbox, you actually have quite a bit of freedom. They
Okay.
allowed me to do all the illustrations and art. Um,
Ah.
I got to kind of put a little bit of a Dice Thronian spin on it. Um, so, I mean, in the end, I think there was so much good that came out of it. And the 16-year-old Manny who wanted to be a Marvel comic book artist, I got to be a Marvel comic book artist.
You got
It's
to
just
fulfill
in a
your
board game
dream.
setting. I
Yeah,
did.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's so cool. And then Neon Rain is another,
Yep.
yeah, chip theory. Oh my gosh, such bright
I love
art.
dueling games.
Yeah. And then there was another one that I also played. I want to find it real quick. Roth. Roth is
Roth. Yep.
another, yeah. Chip theory, beautiful, bright colored game. It's even brighter in
Just
person, y'all.
it
Yeah.
is. It actually is. It is. The photos actually make it look duller than it is in real life. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of a byproduct of neoprene. Neoprene takes color really well and makes
Yeah.
everything pop.
I love that. Yeah. And then we also have, oh yeah, Slam Throne is the new Dice
Lamb.
Throne product. We were talking about it off stream, but yeah, this is your Pog, dueling Pog. Um,
What are pogs? I don't know what that is.
you can't say that. I can say that. But yeah, oh man, and these are little packets, the kind of like blind boxes where you can just pick two. But then you
Yep.
probably want to buy extras just so that you can get the whole set. You know, one of those full set
Yeah.
syndrome stuff.
I got recently I got some retail because we have retail product coming out this summer. And
Oh,
I got the little blind bags and
yeah,
they're equivalent to almost like a pack of Pokemon cards
yeah.
because you get 20 caps in a bag and they're random and the sets have 150 different art caps that range from common, rare, epic, and legendary and then holographic caps
Mm-hmm.
and like alternate color slammers and stuff like that. So it's very fun.
And what I love is that you put a little piece of a game mat, like a little circular piece of a game mat,
Yes. Yes, the
in
launch
the
pad.
actual pack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the launch pad.
yeah. I was like, wow, that's like going above beyond.
It
Um,
is really needed. It's a part of the game experience. Like I always
yeah,
play on just neoprene playmats when I
yeah.
play, but not everyone has that.
That's true. That's true. It's a little bit easier that way too.
Mhm.
Welcome in, Kima. Let us know if you have any questions from Manny. So what? So Dice Storm was the first game that you designed.
Yep, that was first one I co-designed. Yep,
What got you
that
into
was
that?
10
Like,
years ago. What got us in?
yeah.
Oh, so fascinating. Both Nate and I worked at a app development studio in Spokane, Washington, and we were both laid off on the same day, August of 2016.
Oh.
And at the time, we had been working on an app that Nate had kind of brainstormed and I was doing art and helping build it and he was programming it and building the game structure and it was a game called Dice Forge and when we got laid off we kind of started kicking the tires on the app, but one day in his kitchen in the middle of August we were like, why don't we just make a board game? And that was it. We had never made a board game before, and that was Dice Throne. A couple days later he had the first playable prototype and we played it in his kitchen and he had like dice with little white stickers on them and he like sharpied numbers and symbols, swords and stuff like that. And we both absolutely fell in love with it. It was kind of the culmination of our favorite aspects of board games and tabletop game
Mm,
kind of distilled into one product.
wow. I mean, I love Dice Forge, the board game.
Yeah, it's a very good game.
Yeah. So that's
Not the
crazy.
same thing, but
Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. That's so interesting. But you have not designed games before. You didn't like didn't mess with it before that.
no, having worked at an app development company, he was a programmer we were making games for like Nickelodeon, Disney, stuff like that. Like I had worked on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles app, Dora the Explorer app, that kind of thing. But they're all very kid focused. So there is mechanics, but it's not quite the same.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, there's Cosmic interrupting, but it was like right in the beginning. It's fine. Hello, Cosmic Pete with the air horn. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing, friends? Yeah, so that's super. And were you into the hobby, like playing a lot of hobby games, or were you not? You were like a video game person?
Not actually, I was not a video game person, nor a
Oh,
board game person.
Oh.
It's fascinating. Are you familiar with tabletop war games like Warhammer and
Mm-hmm.
War Machine? So I played War Machine starting in mid like 2005, 2006. I started, and I probably played for 10 or 12 years. I would travel to tournaments. I
Wow.
actually did work for Privateer Press. I did concept art for miniatures for them. I did art for some of their like Bodger games. They had some like small games that never went anywhere. No
Mm.
one bought them. But tabletop wargaming was the thing I loved most. But that is a lifestyle game. Like you have to
Mm.
invest your whole being into playing a game like that.
Yeah.
But
Well, that
so
sounds
yeah,
like a
board
good
game's brand new.
balance, right? A good
Yep.
balance is like
Mhm.
tabletop gaming versus, you know, online app designs and stuff. So, but that's really
Mhm.
cool that you worked for Disney. Did you go to Disney parks a lot because you worked for Disney?
I had never, up until 3 years ago, I'd never been to a Disney park.
Wow.
And
Even
the
while you were
first one
working for them?
no, I live in Minnesota,
Oh, okay.
and prior when we lived in Spokane, we definitely didn't travel to any Disney parks. It was 3 years ago, I think. My wife and I we took an anniversary trip down to Orlando. We went to Animal Kingdom. And at the time, my kind of neon night partner, Jeff Jacobson, his family lived in Orlando. And so I said, "Hey, we're coming down. We're thinking to go to different parks. Which should we go to as our first?" And he recommended Animal Kingdom. And he says, "Why don't we tag along and we can give you the tour. We can help you navigate Animal Kingdom."
That's the
And it was
best.
super cool to have a person being like, "Okay, if we go here at this time and do this, this is the right path." And it was an
Yeah.
awesome experience. And since then, we've been to Universal a couple times, we've been to SeaWorld a couple times, and we've been to Animal Kingdom twice. We eventually took we have two boys, two teen boys, and we took them down twice now. So,
Nice. It is always the best when you can have like a private private someone to like show you around, you know. Um just like last year was my first year at Spiel, and my friend lives
mm,
near there and showed me around and told me how to do things, and I was like, see, that's the perfect way to do it. Kima says that my husband and his friends had quite a popular podcast for War Machine where they did battle reports
mm,
and streamed their games. They went to Adepticon quite a bit, but
mm-hmm.
since then, War Machine has been sold to Steamforge, and so it's very different now. But DJ Sombrero loves War Machine. What
Mm.
factions do you prefer? They like
So
pirates.
yeah, so I have played Pirates. Over the 10 to 15 years of playing, I played every faction in War Machine at different times. My favorite was Khador, and specifically when they had conquests were introduced, so the Colossals. And so I would build double Colossal lists. So it was two giant robots and like one unit and a warcaster. And I took that to the Privateer Press convention multiple years. I used to listen to podcasts all the time. I'd be curious what podcast Kimma's husband and friends had done because I used to listen to a bunch of them, and I would watch like live streams of people playing on YouTube. And my wife would come in and she'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm watching people play War Machine." And it's just like top down of a table, almost like a chessboard, where you're watching a guy measure, move, roll 2d6, and it was just hilarious to me. But I loved um, playing War Machine. And I do know they got bought by Steam Forge, and I'm hopeful that Steam Forge will help revitalize the product
Hmm.
because I know it took kind of a big hit over the last handful of years.
Do you still play it?
My boys want to. I do not have a community to play with. The
Hmm.
community, best that I can tell, there is not any here in Minneapolis that I'm aware of. And we don't live right in Minneapolis. We're just a little north of the Twin Cities. The podcast was called Combo Smite.
Yeah.
I think I'd listen to some of that. I think I'd watch some of that. I'm not sure. It's been a few years since I've done any War Machine related stuff.
Yeah. And Kima says her husband tried to teach her, but
Mm.
2 to 3 hours in for the first turn. Dang.
Oh, it is a harsh game to teach. I tried teaching
Yeah.
my wife. I made that mistake of like, oh, you should pick your own faction, and then I can help you build it, and then you can play, and that was really me trying to get another faction that I could own and do what I want with, because she tried, like, bless her heart, she did like a battle box battle between two of the, like, Kador versus Signar back in the day, and you know, it took me a year, I feel like, when I first started learning to feel comfortable playing the game before I
Wow.
even went to a tournament, because it's a complex
Yeah,
game.
that's crazy. So you would not say like start with that, maybe do a different type of um war game and then like get into it, or like do you think that you just need to like kind of learn it?
I think if someone wanted to jump into War Machine today, I think you're kind of like, you got to either jump in the lake or not. I don't think you can really dabble your toes in that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what's funny, so this is a fun tangent. Jump Master is kind of like Aaron Hine, a friend of mine who helped make Fight 5, Neon Rain, Mad Kala. So he and I played. I met him playing War Machine, and when I introduced him to Jump Master, he said this feels kind of like a tabletop skirmish game, except accessible and teachable, and doesn't cost $10,000 to, like, buy armies and rebuy them and paint them and transport them in foam cases and try to protect them. So it's kind of interesting because this game right here is was kind of my attempt to distill strategic tabletop wargaming down to a board game level. So it'd be interesting to see if what kind of response it gets from people in the end.
I'll have to I'll have to just say that wargaming is not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So we'll see how I do with this.
Hmm.
I don't mind learning it, and I'm happy to play this.
Uh-huh.
But it's like not my cup of tea, which is funny because I think when Andrew from Chip Theory talked to me about Roth, he said that you did not like area control, but that was
Correct.
kind of your favorite area control game, and I still got so mad at my friend that I threw a pizza at him because it's area control. Also, don't like area control, but you don't like area control either. So
I
you
don't.
designed Roth for
It's,
yourself.
yeah. It's very funny. A lot of the games I've worked on are me distilling games that I either don't enjoy as much, or they feel like this game is literally, it's based off checkers and,
Mhm.
like, Chinese checkers. So it's very, very easy to learn to play Jump Masters. You will find, if you play it with any kind of regularity, that the building of your army of four guys is a part of the process you'll learn. But you can literally just pick any four and start moving dice and jumping over things and powering up and doing abilities, and 20 minutes later the game is over and one of us won. I mean, it's very, very simple.
Yeah, so much more simple than War
Oh,
Machine.
Bonds.
Yes.
Hi, Bonds.
Hello, Bonds. Yeah, Bonds is a like she loves she's a big fan of it. She loves Dice Throne, Excalibur. She brings it everywhere. Like, that's awesome. I think you got to meet Bonds when either you were recording the Excalibur
Yep.
ads, right?
Yep. We were at the
Yeah,
same event, the castle.
the
We went to the
castle.
castle.
Yeah, that looks
Yes.
so much fun to play Excalibur in a castle.
Yep. She taught me flip tunes.
Oh yeah, Fliptoons is so good too. I love
Yes.
that.
We had a
Yeah.
blast. She made me like flip tunes. And
Oh
it might partly be because her infectious energy.
yeah.
Um, but I have since played flip tunes more and realized I do really enjoy flip tunes. But
Oh
the
good.
first time I played it, I was like, meh, I don't know if I like flip tunes. And she said, no, 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 you have to play this again. And this time you're gonna love it. And I was like, "Ah." And we played, and she was correct. I
Mm,
did love it.
yeah. Yeah, Bonds was there when I got mad at my friend Shu from Going Analog and threw a piece at him for Roth. Yes,
Oh,
that is
cool.
very true.
Fantastic Factories.
Yeah.
Brothers Murph just
So
live stream. Nice.
yeah. Oh yeah, just live stream Fliptoons. Oh, okay. I love Fliptoons. So good. A little push your luck, little deck building.
I
So
I taught it to my wife last night. We just
yeah.
we were we went to what there's Starbucks here in Minnesota, but we also have Caribou Coffee, which is kind of the Minnesota version of Starbucks. So we
Okay.
went and hung out there. We brought artistry, like Art Nouveau. It's called Nouveau Artistry.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned that, and then I taught her flip tunes, and we
Nice.
both games were very enjoyable.
Did you get your wife into gaming, or was she already like a board gamer?
So my family is a dominoes, Uno, Phase 10, skip bow, blah blah blah, right?
Mm.
That is what that's what we grew up doing, playing rummy, gin rummy, spades, hearts, etc. So we'll get together as family. My mom will come and we'll play dominoes for 4 hours. And I really don't like playing dominoes. And um,
You
that'll
need
be the next game I want to fix.
you need to teach your king domino.
Yes, I should. But
Yeah.
my wife she's very competitive
Mm.
and she loves to duel and play games. And so most Wednesdays we drop our boys off at an event, like a teen event, and then we go to a Barnes and Noble and we play. Often we'll buy a game on the shelf that we've never played before, and then
Okay.
we'll learn it that night and learn it and play it at the with coffee. And it is one of my favorite things that we do right now.
That's cool. That's cool. There's a game I want to like, Flamecraft Duels. Have you played that
Yeah,
one? Oh,
it's
good.
sitting right here on my desk,
Yeah.
and we learned that. Oh, what am I doing?
Don't break this out.
Just to prove, I'm proving that I
Yeah.
literally have it
There
right
you
next to
go.
me.
Yeah.
And I taught her this last Wednesday,
Oh,
so
okay.
not about 10 days ago.
Does she like Dice Throne?
She does like Dice Throne. She was
Oh,
second place in a 32-person tournament we went to.
that's
Um,
awesome.
both my boys play Dice Throne. My older son, he co-designed the Raveness for the Outcast box.
Oh, how fun.
Um, yep. So they're all in. They do play testing. We're after this, we're going to be play testing the next version of Roth. We're making a new, not Roth. It's penciled in called Rec, and it's the next version of Roth. And we're going to be playtesting that new game like a couple hours from now
Oh,
with
cool.
my boys and my wife. So
Um, have a good day, Play Scholar. Thanks for stopping by. And then, so do you play test only in person, or do you also play test online?
so with my family, we play all in person. And then like with Dice Throne, we're all remote, so we use TTS for everything. And then with the design team for Neon Knight, so there's Drake, Finney, Aaron Hine, Jeff Jacobson, and myself. Kind of the four of us. One's in Arizona, one's in Spokane, and there's two of us in the Twin Cities area. But that's all TTS again. So
I want to get back to Nights, but first I want to say
yes,
Joseph, the designer of Fantastic Factories, says, "What was the last game you learned and played with your wife on Wednesday
the
besides
last
Flamecraft?"
well, the Flamecraft duel was last Wednesday. Was 10 days ago Wednesday.
Okay.
Um, and then yesterday kind of counts, but it wasn't. Yesterday was a Valentine's Day event. We went out and we brought two games with us, and that was playing artistry and flip tunes. Um, I'm looking around my room. We played a game called Beasts. It's
Mm-hmm.
a interesting, like that was an interesting game.
The cooperative trick
Courtesans.
taker, right?
Yeah, the Beasts cooperative trick
Yeah.
taking. Yep. We played that. Sometimes we do bring out Dice Throne to play, but not as often. The Great Dalmoody is another game we really enjoy. Um, my wife really, really likes games like Azul.
Mm-hmm.
I think Azul might be her favorite game, and so artistry was a huge deal for her. I'm trying to think. I have other games like just laying on the floor in here. Ink. Ink was the other
Oh.
one we learned,
Mm-hmm.
which again has kind of that Azul flavor where you're
Yeah.
building combinations of colors and things. And I know Mr. Fantastic Factories. We were at the same booth together, or same convention together when he started his game and we started ours. So,
That's so cool. That's awesome.
yeah.
Hello, Timey. Kima says, I love hearing about couples gaming together. My husband and I played Loot with a lot of O's last night
Ooh.
twice, and I got Stone Saga open this morning. It took about me an hour and a half to punch it out. What? And set the decks in the boxes? Holy crap, an hour had to like punch out Stone Saga and get it set up. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Pack South.
Yeah.
That's where we met.
It's
So,
funny because Fantastic Factories Joseph said similar origin stories, and then I was like, origin stories? You're talking about the game? No, he's just talking about like how you
like
started origin stories.
his game, his game
Yeah,
Fantastic
Fantastic
Factories
Factories.
and ours Dice Throne all
Yeah,
originated around the same time.
that's cool. Vaughn says filming in the living room. I have you both on the 65-inch TV. Excited to see this game.
Whoa, that's a big TV.
Hello, all the people in Vaughn's home right now. Yeah. So you have the Dice Throne studio, right?
Mhm.
And then you also started Neon Knights games. Now that's also a development design studio as well. Can you talk a little bit more
Yes.
about that?
Yeah. So I've had a long friendship with the two owners, Adam and Josh Carlson of Chip Theory Games. So I've known Adam for 7 years or so. And in that time, I followed them. I loved their games. And when they had made Tanglewoods, or not Tanglewood, sorry, 20 Strong, the first iteration, I I texted Adam and I said, "Hey, how come I didn't get to make art for your new 20 Strong?" And he said, "Oh, well, come on over and I'll show it to you." So I went over, he showed it to me. That weekend, I designed the first iteration of Tanglewoods and I brought it over with like finished art. And they immediately added Tanglewoods into their 20 Strong plan. And then from there, they actually said, "So do you have any other games?" I'm like, "Well, I have a game I'm working on right now called Roth." And I brought that over and we play tested it and they were excited. And then so Jeff Jacobson and I, we started brainstorming, well, what if we created a little game design studio and we partner with a publisher? And that ended up being Chip Theory that we ended up partnering with. And so while Neon Knights isn't its own company, it's kind of a sub studio under the Chip Theory brand, with the goal, like, and Josh Wielgus Gilly over there, he's fully acknowledged on different streams that they make really big games. They tend to be expensive. They have an amazing fan base, but they don't make small games. They do now, like 20 Strong, Dragons of Etch and Stone. Um, Roth is even relatively inexpensive compared to like Too Many Bones and Burn
Yeah.
Cycle. So I kind of came to them and I said, "What if we make an offshoot or a studio that produces easy to learn, highly strategic games that are low priced or moderately priced products that people can get into, and we can help you guys expand your brand outside of just big huge boxes."
Mhm.
And they were excited, but it's taking time. It takes a lot of time to do this, and they're amazing, super supportive, and I am, I have like 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, I don't know how many games I'm trying to make with them. So I'm looking forward to all that. I think it's super fun.
That's awesome. So I was gonna oh so what is your background? Is your background in art and graphic design? Like did you go to college for it?
Um, I actually went to college. Well, I went to a tech school. So way back in 1999, I graduated from a place called the Minneapolis Art Institute in Minnesota, and I have just like a associate's degree in 3D animation. So from there, I did 3D animation for commercials, medical animation, um, different product rendering for devices or magazines or stuff like that. And I worked at a couple different companies, and then I ended up at a place called Cyan Worlds. They made the game Myst and Riven. That's what they're known for. And they're in Spokane, Washington. So my wife and I moved out to Spokane in 2004, and I worked there. It was pretty fun. They were like, "Well, we may only have a year's worth of work." They said, "Do you still want to come?" I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And so we moved from Minnesota, where we were both born and raised, and we moved to Spokane. And quite literally 1 year later, they laid me off along with half the studio. And then I kind of dabbled back and forth with them. And then from there, we wanted to stay in Spokane, so we ended up at a place called Zach Designs making kids dinnerware. So
Oh,
doing graphic design, like if you've ever seen on the shelf at
yeah.
Target a picture Little Mermaid plate, bowl and cup and spoon or whatever. So that's was a major player in that kind of product line at Target and stuff. And my job was to build those, and I made plates and cups and bowls for 8 years or more. And the whole time, like I'm a comic book artist at heart, and I've always wanted to be. And so I was self-publishing comic books for fun. So I would draw those before work, over lunch, and late at night after my kids went to sleep. And I self-published 8 or 10, somewhere around there, different graphic novels and books. Um, and that's all the stuff that, you know, and then eventually I ended up at the same company with Nate, a place called 7-2 in Spokane, the app development company. And I only worked there 1 year, and we got laid off. And then now I've been making board games for, it'll be 10 years this summer.
Wow, that's what a crazy like ride. That's
I
awesome.
know, I know. It's a
Yeah,
wild ride.
that's a wild ride. Can people still buy your comics, graphic novels?
From me, I tend to bring a handful of them. I have a bunch just on the other side of this wall in front of me.
Uh,
There's a little bookshelf where my wife keeps all these books, and I will often bring a handful of them to a convention and give them to our volunteers at Dice Throne booths or at places. I don't like to sell them anymore. I just like to give them away.
oh, that's
I had
nice.
a blast making them, so I prefer to just hand them out when I can.
That's cool. Joseph says, cool to see all the irons in the fire you still have going on. But he's going to lunch, so have a good lunch. Thank you
Have
so
a good
much for
lunch.
being here. Yeah. Soon to be confused says, I just received Tanglewood's gold a couple of days
Ooh, sweet.
ago. Looking forward to trying it. Needed that after playing red.
Hmm.
There's a Tanglewood's red.
There's Tanglewood's red, gold, white, rose, and Baba Yaga.
Oh, okay.
I think there are five decks.
That's cool. Kima says, I love that you kept your passion going even through the day job was wearing you down. Yeah. That really is a passion
Yep.
project when you're doing it late at night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that takes away
Yes.
sleep.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Uh, but now you're kind of doing that, right, in the board game spheres. Like you're kind of doing your own, like almost call it
Yes.
story. It's definitely there's some story in your games and stuff, but
Hmm.
that's
Yep.
that's really awesome. So how many
Mhm.
prototypes do you have going on at one time, like right now that you're working
I
on?
have, let's see, there's one, two, three, there's 3 or 4 physical prototypes in my room here. And then I probably have 3 or 4 more on my computer in TTS in different forms.
Oh
And
wow.
then that doesn't include Dice Throne related stuff or um, other projects. So,
Oh, that's cool. So when you go to conventions and we talked a little off screen, but you go to a lot of conventions for Dice Throne. You bring your
mhm.
prototypes and do you play test them?
I do. I try to bring them. I try to not be too annoying with because I tend to stay with the people at Dice Throne in
Mm.
Airbnbs or hotels, and I don't want to be too pushy or needy. But I do occasionally bring them, and I like to show them off. Gamma is actually one of the places I like to bring because there tends to be quite a bit of media folks, and it's always fun. Like I've been able to show Danny Standring a couple games over the last couple years at there, and I'll play them with different, like I'll bring like this Gamma. I'll probably have 2 or 3 prototypes that I'll bring, and then play with guys at Chip Theory or um, assorted individuals that I enjoy playing with.
I feel like the Gamma Expo, which is not open to the public, is really good for designers because a lot of the main companies are there and they
Yep.
do meetings, but also like the retailers are there to kind of like play and hang out and stuff. So I feel like it's a good way to develop relationships in
Yep.
the hobby. But
Yeah, I
we
would
were
agree.
talking about how we do a lot of like industry related working cons. But you just recently came back from Tantrum Con, which is
Hmm.
more of a playing con. How did you enjoy
Yep.
it?
I really enjoyed it. We had a little demo booth, and we played Slam Throne with people. But the best part of being there was the Slam Throne tournament we did while there. And that was honestly, Slam Throne tournaments are some of my favorite things to help facilitate. I have my Slam Throne referee shirt I get to wear, and I have my fanny pack filled with like health caps and slammers, and it's a just an exciting, fun product, and I think it fits that kind of casual. Let's just get together and throw stuff. I mean, that's quite literally what Slam Throne is. Is do you like to throw things? Good. Here, Slam Throne. Throw things at this table. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was asking him if they did a giant version. They haven't yet, but I think
Mm-mm.
having a giant version, like the little paws like this big, and you're standing on a ladder and you're just going kapow, would just be absolutely so fun.
I think that would be quite entertaining. Yes.
Yeah, giant versions at cons are one of my favorite things.
Mhm.
But welcome, Ev
Yep.
Trube. How are you doing? So let's go and check out this game.
Okay.
So this is Jump Masters. Now it is currently on Game Found, so not currently
Hmm.
out just yet. I'll
Hmm.
put the link into the chats again. But yeah, it looks like you have about 12 days left.
Hmm.
From Chip Theory Games, and you'll even get a mystery pack like that.
Yes.
So why
So
don't you?
those are super fun. I mean, I'll show you. I don't know how easily they'll be able to see these, but there are like these like gold
Oh,
foil
that's so
cards.
pretty.
These are examples of like what the mystery cards look like, and there's these ones that have like this holographic line art on them,
Oh, I saw that.
and then
Yeah.
there are these ones. They're actually like metal cards.
Oh, metal
They're
cards are so
they're
cool.
they're really cool, and
They're
they're
so
completely unnecessary, but they're awesome. So when it talks about like mystery packs,
yeah.
those are the types of cards that people will get. Versions
Okay.
of Slam Throne characters in that kind of cool, funky style.
So it's just randomized, right? You don't know what you're going to get.
Yes, those cards. Yeah, they will be. They're one of the 10 characters that you can get in the box.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I if you're can they get them in retail afterwards, or is it only through this game
No,
found?
no, it's only through GameFound, and then potentially in the future promo cards at conventions, or like they actually last fall they were giving out packs with every purchase of X amount from their website. And so
Okay.
people were getting these random mystery packs when they bought Too Many Bones or Tanglewoods.
Yeah, and I remember they did write about it. Like you have part of this game already. You just don't know what
Yes.
it's for yet.
Yes. Yes.
Which is very interesting. So there you go. So there is the deluxe is $40. The standard is 30.
Hmm.
And you can get Neon Knights and Fight Five along with it for
Hmm.
80. So that's really cool. And then you can always just add other things to the pledge.
Yep.
Yeah, so they have worldwide shipping, it looks like. And
Yep.
Chip Theory is good for it. They are a solid company. You
Yep.
know that you'll get a really good game when you purchase from them. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But we are going to be playing on TTS. So I have
Hmm.
it on the this one of the what do you call it? one of the these are the characters so far.
Yep,
Uh,
these are the jump masters. Yep.
yeah, so I just wanted to. I was like, oh, look, there's bears. So
Yes.
yeah, so these are the
There's a
different.
little
Uh huh.
yeah, there's a little bit of a Pokemon-esque quality to the game that I wanted because we collect Pokemon and I like Pokemon. So like you build a team of 4 jump masters and then you battle.
Okay, so what is like? Is there certain ones that in the rule book it says, oh, like maybe you want to start with these? Do you just have us
Correct.
do
Yep.
it
There are
randomly?
4.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so we can just kind of start and walk through it. So
Yeah.
Jump Masters it's a 2 to 4 player battle skirmish game where you're going to build a 4 Jump Master team and deploy them into your regions, which are the corners on the board. And then we're going to be stepping, running, energizing, and attacking our way across this board to gain victory points based on the value of the characters.
Mm,
And first to 20 in a duel is the winner. So you can play 1v1. So you and I are going to play setting up kind of opposite each other here
yeah.
on these 2 corners. In the rules, there's a section that talks about if this is your first game, we recommend you each take the same team but
Okay.
opposite characters. Like we would each take Perena and Pinkberry and whatever. Um, we can do that, or we can just say, "Who cares? We're going to draft whichever one we think looks cool."
Uh,
Um, but there's also pre-built teams in the rule book that will say, if you want, here's a suggestion, here's a 4-player team, a 4-hero jump master team that we might recommend if you're early. But eventually you'll get to a place where you will draft. We'll
okay.
roll off and then we'll draft teams. And there are 2 of every type. So you'll see that each type, like a Hopper there's or Perena, right? There's a dark brown with light brown dye and a beige with a dark brown symbol. So the rules are exactly the same, but
Mm-hmm.
having 2 different dice colors allows for us each to have it. But then I
Ah.
know this is mine, right?
Ah. Okay. Oh, so we can have the
So
same characters.
we can totally have the same character. Yep.
Ah.
So all the other thing the rulebook will tell you is that there are terrain layouts. So we're going to use this terrain layout here for our little demo. Um, and so, but there are multiple ways. There are multiple terrain pieces, and you'll see that these little pieces here, they move around, and you can put them different places. But the rule book will state there are 4 different types of terrain layouts that we recommend.
Okay. That's cool. Um.
Okay.
Yes. So those are little pieces. Okay. And then does the
Mhm.
game come? The game doesn't come with the like a play mat. It's like a board, right?
So the retail, the $30 version you referenced has just like a quad fold standard board, but the
Mm-hmm.
deluxe has a neoprene version of this mat.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yes,
it's chip
that's
theory.
standard
It's
chip
gotta
theory.
have,
Yes, you got to have the neoprene. Yes.
it's only like $10 more. So.
Yes, yes. So, and the neoprene, and then the upgraded version comes with acrylic terrain pieces here
Oh. Okay.
as well, and a like these little score trackers.
Mm-hmm.
This scoreboard is the old board. This is the one I had from a few playtests ago. It ultimately just needs to count to 20. But the new score tokens are also plastic or PVC with like a non-skid base on them. So there's some nice deluxification that happens in
Yeah.
the upgrade version.
Yeah. Kima's a
But
sucker for neoprene. Me
I
too.
think we all are.
Yeah. The metal cards are just gonna be incredible. I'm like, what the
Yes.
hell?
Yeah.
Totally unnecessary,
Yeah.
but totally a want.
I
Not a
have
need, a
3 of them.
want. Uh huh.
I have a Pinkberry, I have a Torturn, and Aurora as my 3 metal cards. So better
They
believe I'll
didn't
use
give you
those
a
when I'm playing.
set? They didn't give you a whole set of them?
No, those are numbered. They're like
Oh.
limited. They're like
Holy
each
crap.
one. There's only 50 of each gold metal card.
Oh man.
So I mean, I'm hoping that at some point I'll be able to say, hey, can I just get one of each? Or
Yeah.
um, But we'll see. We'll see. I think sometimes it's fun.
Yeah.
Like there are products in Dice Throne that I
Yeah.
don't get. They're only for people who win tournaments. So we don't even give them out to we don't give them out to employees, owners, nothing. And I think there's something kind of fun about that of realizing that I cannot get a winner chicken dinner playmat from Dice Throne. And I don't
Oh
allow myself
dear.
to. Even though I could technically take one if I wanted to, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to because I cannot win one.
Oh, because you can't even enter into the tournament.
Yep, I don't play. I can't play in Dice Throne tournaments. No.
Oh man. Oh, see, I would be the type of person because I have full set syndrome, where in my contract I'd be like, I would get one of anything that's produced.
Yes, I think what's interesting when we first started out with Dice Throne, I had one of everything. I
Yeah.
always did. But at like 2, 3, 5 years in, I'm like, I don't know if I can have one of everything. There's just too much stuff. And
Yeah.
now we're 10 years in, and I'm like, I definitely cannot have one of everything. I don't.
You don't have
This
a dice
room I'm
throne room?
in, I do not. I do not. Like my office is 8 by 10. It's big enough. It's awesome, but I don't have like a Dice Throne arena room or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. F Trembley was victim of our local con. At the end of a marathon day night, I suffered back spasms while packing away your stuff. Oh no. Well, take it easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
gotta
mean, you have to
relax.
like carry all the games you want to play, right? I have to
I
say the
know.
local con does not have the best game library, so I can understand. But yeah, please take it easy, relax, enjoy us playing through this game. Emma says we like our clickety clacks of the
Yeah, we do.
acrylic pieces. Hell yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone's out of shelf space. It's so sad.
Everyone is. I
Yeah.
be working in the board game industry. I have a like a personal budget that I'm allowed to buy that I buy games with, um, and it's a fair bit. But I end up buying so many games every year that I then probably once a year I donate just a whole bunch of them, and I'll bring them to events and I'll just say these are free. Anybody who wants anything you can carry, you just take it.
Wow.
And it's really nice to do that. It feels good, but it also frees up space because next year I'm going to buy another massive amount of games, and
Yeah.
um, I'm pretty careful about what I keep, and it tends to be the games my boys like and my wife likes, and you know,
Absolutely.
and then
Um.
lots of dice.
Yeah. And yeah, Kim is right. It's market research.
It sure is.
It is. It's part of the job, right? It's tax
It is.
deductible, probably not. But
It's
okay.
fun.
So what would you suggest? Should we go all chaotic and I'm just gonna pull ones that I like the look of, or
Yeah, I think let's. I would say, all right. I'm going to give you a recommendation. I
okay.
think.
Well, it has to have
So
a
I think
bear in it.
you,
No?
yes, you pick one of the bears.
Okay.
I would recommend one of the pandas,
Oh yes, of course.
and
Let's
I
see
would
what color
recommend this guy
dice.
Hopper here, either purple or yep, green.
Let's do the yellow one. Oops,
Um,
not into my hand.
and then yeah, we can rotate these for you so you can.
There we go.
Okay, and so we're gonna put your dice here, and then you just pick one more. Like pick whichever one you want. You can pick doubles if you want, or uh,
Double pandas?
you could go double
What?
pandas if you want.
Uh,
Um, I yeah, I think there's a few of them, especially as your first game.
yeah,
Like right now, you have a ranged character in Hopper. He can
yeah.
shoot, and then you have two like attackers. So I would probably recommend like Frida over here, the bug. She can help bolster your troops.
Okay.
Bernie is a rabbit who can run around and light people on fire and do damage.
Uh,
Catula is a vampire cat who can steal health.
ooh.
Wolf Rider can steal vitality from people and keep it for himself. Torturn is hard to deal damage to from people like Hopper because he's a big turtle.
Uh,
So you pick.
I don't know. These are really cool. Okay, okay. I think maybe I'd go
So
with the cat. Catula.
perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate yours. That way we're both operating. So that way you only need to really remember one type of like instead of
Okay.
having to know what I do and what you do,
Mm.
you just you're going to know what my stuff does because you're going to be executing it on your side too.
Okay, so let me see. Uh,
Okay.
Catula Bloodborne. After stepping, Catula steals one energy from an adjacent opposing hero. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what stepping is yet, but we're gonna
Yep.
learn it.
We'll get there.
And then Hopper Frog Bow. It's a frog bow, not a bow, right?
Frogbow. Yep.
Frog
Frogbow.
bow.
Oh.
After stepping, deal 1 damage to any hero within 2 nodes of Hopper. Okay.
Mhm.
Pinkberry. I love the name. Pinkberry. Off the top rope. So he's a wrestler. When attacking,
Sure.
Pinkberry can jump over 1 or 2 spaces. Okay. And then Perina?
Parena. Yeah.
Windstorm. He's an avatar, right? He's an avatar. He's a wind.
Yes, he's an airbender.
Yeah, airbender. When attacking, first increase their current energy by 1. Okay, okay.
Okay, so now we have the same characters. So
Yes.
what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to deploy. So deploy means just take your 4 characters, set them with the one side up, so that's the lowest amount of energy, in any pattern over here. And eventually you might get into a place where you're like, I want Perena in the back, but for now it doesn't matter. We're just going to put them where they are, right?
Mm.
Um, so now the way the game works, it's very, very simple. During your turn, you can take one action. And your action can be stepping. Stepping is to take any one of your characters and move it one spot or one
Okay.
node. That's stepping. You can also run, which is taking 2 steps. So you could go boop, boop. You could go doot, doot. Okay. That's a run. So a
So,
run uses up. Yep. Go for it.
sorry. Stepping, is this also stepping or is that?
Yep. Yep. Just one
Okay.
node to another node next to it.
Okay, so
So
like
don't.
these, it would
Yep.
be
Yep.
all 8 around it. Okay.
Correct.
Got it, got
Correct.
it. Okay.
And a run is any 2. So you could do
Okay.
that or this or whatever you want. Now a run would use up all your abilities. You can't do anything else besides run when you run. Whereas stepping, like Catula, let's say I was right here, Catula could step, use the ability of Catula to steal 1 life, and go. Then you would go to 2, and you would knock out my character.
Mm.
Okay. And that's important. So you want to just the cards are very literal. Like after stepping, Catula steals 1 energy. Hopper after stepping, deal 1 damage to any hero within 2 nodes. So again, if my Pinkberry was here, and you step Hopper, like this, now I'm within 2 nodes. You can shoot me. Okay.
It
Now the
doesn't
other
have
thing
to
you
be a
can
line
do,
of sight. It can just be any 2
it
nodes.
has to be direct. Everything
Okay.
in is straight lines unless otherwise stated.
Aha.
Okay. So that's you can step or you can run. You can energize. Energize means jumping over your friend.
Okay.
If you can jump over your friend, the one doing the jumping
Uh,
increases their energy by 1.
okay.
And that's important. Now, let's pretend you had multiple guys. You could jump, energize, kind of like a checkers move.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as there's a valid target to jump over, you can continue jumping. The last thing you can do is attack. So let's say my guy was here and you were back here. You could jump, energize up to 3, and then jump over my guy, attacking him. So when you jump over an enemy, we would evaluate these 2 numbers next to each other, and we would see that my 3 is bigger than your 1. So your 3 is bigger than my 1. So I would get knocked out, and you would go down by 1. So we subtract the values, and whoever has health remaining wins the battle.
Okay, so it would be
No.
2 because it was a 3 and then went down by 1.
Right, but yeah, pretend. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd go down to 2. So that's attacking. And again, all things in Jump Master, you can do as many as you can as long as you can string the actions together as you're going.
Except for run,
So,
right? Run, you can
except for
only
run.
run.
Yeah, stepping. So, when jumping, there's stepping, running, or there's jumping. And then under jumping, there's energizing or attacking.
Okay.
Okay. So, you'll get it pretty quickly. Um, the last thing to know is that there's terrain.
Mm.
This right here is an energy node. If you step on it, you increase your energy by 1.
Mm.
But if you jump over it, you don't. You need to imagine you're touching it. You have to
Okay.
touch it in order to gain energy. So let's say you wanted to run. You could run, touch it, and then move again.
Mm.
Okay. And then this is a wall. You can't go over this wall, and you can't shoot across it. It's just a wall.
Okay. So,
The
just
other, yep, go for
a
it.
summary. You do one
Hmm.
of these 3. You either step, you either run, or you jump, correct?
Yep,
Now,
correct.
when you step, you can activate the stepping action of your
Correct.
character. When you
Yep.
run, you just run, and that is
Hmm.
2 spaces, right?
Yep.
And then jumping is also 2 spaces, but if you jump over your own pieces, you energize. If you jump over the other player's pieces, then you attack.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And so the amount of points you get from a victory, like jumping over someone, is the value on the card. So if I knock out your
Oh,
pink berry, I get 6 points.
okay.
If you knock out my hopper, you only get 3 points.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll want to be very careful about which characters go where and how you attack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's it. You're going to see as we go through. The game is Chip Theory kind of coined it cute throat because the game is actually highly strategic and
Mm-hmm.
all open information. There's nothing hidden. You can see where my jump lanes are going to be. You can see everything. So it has kind of a chess checkers quality to it, but with powers and abilities. So,
That's
all right.
awesome.
So, shall we
Okay.
begin?
Yeah, who's
All right.
going first?
We can each roll our pinkberry die since it's
Okay.
a 6 and determine. So, I rolled a 3, you rolled a 4. Okay, so put it back, set it to 1.
There we go.
Okay, so you
All right.
want to keep in mind. So the other thing to know, sorry, one last
Mm-hmm.
thing. This is your deployment zone back here.
Mm-hmm.
Your deployment zone is something you cannot use abilities or attack people in it or attack out of it. Think of it like a bench, right? This is your characters are on the bench currently, and they need to get off the bench to go fight.
And you can't energize off of it? Like, if I jumped over here, would that energize?
You can because there's a rule called first jump. So your
Okay.
first exit out of your deployment zone allows you to gain an energy. But let's say
Mm.
you went out and then you jump back in, you can't get an energy by jumping over your buddy. You only get it with a first jump from each character.
Okay. And
All right.
we're just choosing one of the 4
Yep, you pick
characters
one
to go.
character to go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So the turns go very, very quickly. So you're going to take a guy, move him. I'm going to take a guy, move him, etc.
Mm-hmm. So subsequent turns, I could just move the same guy if I wanted
You
to,
sure
correct?
could. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And welcome, board gaming crew. Good to see you.
Hey, hello.
Let me see. When attacking with Pinkberry or when attacking Pinkberry? Oh, when attacking Pinkberry can jump over 1 or 2 spaces. But I thought jumping was 1 or 2 spaces, anyways. Oh,
It
no.
is. So let's pretend this is, let's say, my pink berry is going to I can attack this guy because I can jump over 2 spaces.
Oh, I see.
So his attack vector is longer. You can reach
But
farther
normally
with pink berry.
jumping is just like 1, 2.
It's
only
yeah,
jumping
it's
over 1
leaping
space.
over a single character,
Okay.
right? A single spot.
Yeah.
So yes, you were correct that it's moving 2 spaces, but
Mhm.
you're jumping over a single space, whereas pinkberry can jump over 2. So it's
Ah.
kind of a really long jump path.
Yeah. Emma says Pinkberry's pose is how I feel inside when hubby doesn't feel like playing board games.
That is
You play
reasonable.
board games or else.
Yes. Very
Okay,
reasonable.
I'm gonna go here, and then
Okay.
that means I can
Yep.
energize.
Correct. I will jump my hopper over like this and go to 2. Sorry, one last thing I forgot is see this middle box?
Mm.
This is King of the Hill. So if you can have the most vitality or the highest amount of your characters on this hill, you
Mhm.
gain a victory point for every turn you are the king of the hill.
Okay.
So let's say your 2 was here and my character is 1.
Uh-huh.
When you start your turn, if this is what it is, you would gain a point.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So, but you're there and I'm here. Okay.
if I did that, then okay. Okay.
So,
So I go here. Now do I
mhm.
do energize because I hopped over
Correct. Yep.
my
It's
pinkberry.
yep, and it's your first jump. Plus, Pinkberry was in play,
Yeah.
so that's the other important thing is he's in play. So I am going to run my Pinkberry over here onto this energy node and gain an energy from it.
Running is 2 spots, right?
2 spots. Yep, 2
So
nodes.
this would be like running here, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
And now notice you currently own the hill
Yeah.
because you have value 2, so you get 1 point for that at the start of your turn.
Right. And I cannot go into your bench, right? Into your home
Correct. Yeah.
territory.
You
Hmm.
cannot enter my bench.
I see you're scared coming in.
I'm a little afeared, yeah.
Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna run this one over here. And
Perfect. Okay,
why
and we would
did
go
it
to
change
2,
to
yeah.
3? I don't know. It went 2. Okay, I'm
You
gonna
kind of
lock this
grabbed
in.
it and tossed it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm afraid of your Catula. I need to get my own. My guy is going to. I think I'm going to jump over here and go to 3.
Ha.
You're gonna get another point for owning the hill.
Mm-hmm. This one was after stepping, deal 1 damage to hero within 2 nodes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it has to be in a straight line.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and you said okay, so running is 2, jumping is hopping over. But I could run
Mm-hmm.
2. Then will you be able to? Let's do this. I'm gonna run 1, 2.
Mm-hmm. You don't energize off
Oh
that
yeah,
because
because I did
you
not.
didn't jump over
Yeah.
anyone. Yep. Let's go. I'm going to step and shoot and reduce this
Oh,
character to
rude,
1.
rude.
Yep, so it goes down by 1. But again, you're controlling the zone, so you get a point.
Is that the only way you're getting points, or when you attack? Oh, when you attack, you get
Currently,
points.
yes. So when
When you
you
take
knock
someone
out my
off.
guy,
Yeah.
yep, you get points based on their value, their total
Okay.
value. So knocking out a pink berry is worth 6.
Okay. So if I needed to step here to attack you, uh, but then you're gonna step over there and you're gonna hit me. I see you.
You're getting
Um.
it. See, there's quite a bit going on. There's actually a lot of strategy in it.
Now if I go there, huh? Let's try this.
Okay. Um, I am going to jump and energize and go to 2.
Aha, you're not allowing. But I can jump
So now
over two.
you could. So what would happen is you would jump, and we would check each one. You
Yeah.
would knock out Catula, but you would reduce yourself to 1,
And
and then
then you
your
would
big
knock
jump
me
would
out.
hit here. Yep, and I would knock you out, and you would give me your points.
Yeah, so that'd be a
So
4
I would
versus
get
6.
6.
Oh,
Yep.
that's rude.
Okay.
Now
Again, you get another point because you're controlling the hill.
can I step and can I shoot through my own
You
people
sure
or no?
can. Yep. Yep.
And then if
Yep.
I
As long
did
as your target's in a straight
shoot
line.
as any hero within 2 nodes. Oh, so it'd be only this one. Where'd you
Mhm.
get? But then you're gonna hit me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump. I can jump this way, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, you can't jump. You could just run
Okay, right.
because you were back
There's
here
no
by
one.
yourself. So there's no
Yeah,
one to
there's
jump over.
jumping's always over someone else. Got it.
Correct.
Okay, okay.
Correct.
That's the difference between run and jump. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to step and slurp,
Oh.
and I'm going to steal 1 life off your pink berry.
Oh, rude. So now it's
So
a
your
2?
pink berry's down to a 2. Yep. And then you control the zone again.
Oh. Now if I attack, oh, I see. If I attack, then you're gonna hit me, but
Right.
then you're gonna hit me for that anyway. So,
That's the hope.
ah. And then, but if I did that, then that would now. If I cannot, if I take myself, if I jump over someone the same strength as me, does it take each other out, and then both of us get points?
They are both knocked out, but you forfeit your points, so you cannot sacrifice yourself for points.
And you don't
So
get
you
any
give
points.
up. I do. The defender gets the points when you try to, if you're gonna jump my 2 over your 2, the defender is the one who gets the point. The attacker does not. The attacker must survive the attack in order to gain the points.
Okay, but if the attacker doesn't survive, the defender gets the points. Is what you said?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Oh, but if I did that, you're gonna put the bear so many points.
So you got to be very careful with bears.
Yeah.
They're very powerful, but
You've got
they're
me on the
also
defensive.
a little bit. We'll see.
I'll go here and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to step and knock him out by drinking his last health.
And you get 3 points.
So I go to 4, and I get 3 points for that.
Okay. And then on your next turn, you're going to.
So the next turn, yep, I would win the zone if this is the state of it.
Yeah. And I can't use my bear to. That.
Nope. And so as soon as your character is knocked out, it goes off, and then during this round, you put it back in your deployment wherever you want.
Okay. Here.
Okay. So now it's back to your turn. Yep.
Yeah. See. I know I want to do that. If I did. I'll go. If I did that, you're going to. Excuse me, not be able to get me just yet. Unless. No, just step in. Okay. And then you won't be able to get me there either. Okay, so I'm going to step and slurp, right?
Yep. So I go down to 3, and you're at a 3. So now we're tied, so no one gets the points in the middle. So, let's see here. I will, however, let's see.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll step and drink here. So I'll go back to
Rude.
4. And this pink berry is down to 3 or 2.
2.
Okay.
You want to, yeah. Okay, so then if you jump that way.
Yep. So I kind of put myself in a spot where I could jump over your pink berry and take 6.
Right.
Or I could jump over your catula and take 4.
Okay.
So.
I am going to move this here. Oh, I don't expect to win this, by the way, y'all. But I'm gonna put that
It's okay.
there.
It's okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna step.
Okay. All right. So at the start of my turn, I get a point because I'm controlling the middle. And then I'm actually going to run my Perena up here and gain an energy.
Okay. I'm going to step and slurp.
Okay. So I'm down to 3. You're up to 4 though. Okay. So when you're at your cap, you can't use the ability to go above 4. So therefore, Blood Boon would not work. So if I did it back to you again right now,
Is
So what
the
I'm going
cap
to
the also points? Like,
yes, yeah.
okay.
So 4 is the maximum Catula can have, but it's also the value, the power, and the health.
Okay.
So I'm gonna actually step and then shoot Pinkberry here to reduce
The
him to
poor
1.
bear.
I know, I'm coming for your bear.
You're so rude. So I cannot jump backwards and energize, right?
You cannot because you end in your deployment zone. So your
Mm-mm.
deployment zone can't be a final destination. It's kind of like saying you're gonna run off the field onto your bench in a sports
Then
game or something.
I'll go this way.
Okay. So you energize and you landed here, so you'd be at 3.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Okay. You were winning the zone when you started your turn.
Oh yeah,
So
sorry.
you got a point for that. And I would have to step in order to shoot at Pinkberry, so I can't get to him. But instead, I'm going to go 4 here. I'm going to go 5
Oh, because
here.
you're jumping too?
Yep, yep. So I can jump and energize over my friends.
Jumping is 2 jumps. Running is
It
2
can be.
spaces.
So you see on his card it says 1 or 2 spaces. So Pinkberry allows you to jump further if you want to.
But I thought that was only when attacking.
Well, so right now I'm energizing. So right now, yes. Currently, I'm just doing a regular energized jump,
Yeah.
right? And as long as I have a viable next jump, which I do, this is my friend, so I can jump over him as well.
Oh, so you
So
can jump as
think of it
many
like
times
checkers.
as you can
Yes.
jump. Oh, I
As
thought it was only
yes,
1. No, you can jump as many times as you viably can.
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I got wrong. Okay.
Okay. So I will but I will jump over your Pinkberry here.
Wait, you can jump and attack? I thought you could only. Oh, yeah, because it's still a jump. Okay, got
It's
it.
still a part of the jump sequence. There's a
Okay.
valid jump target, so you can string them together across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, the first times you play this, it will
You
be
don't.
probably a little harder to see it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But once you play it a few times, you'll start really identifying. So I got that. I knock out
Yes.
your Pinkberry, and I get 6 points.
I'm
So I
just
go up to 10.
helping Manny teach y'all some viable strategy, right?
Full disclosure, of our development team, I am the worst at this game. So
You're doing
I
pretty
am,
good.
I'm not. I love playing it, but I'm definitely not the best. So now you can redeploy this guy wherever you want.
You can't attack me while it's in, so
I cannot attack you in your deployment zone.
yeah. Gonna attack me either way. No way for me to push you
So
out.
you get a point though for controlling the zone again. Okay.
And is the frog bow all
Frogbow,
of
yep.
them? All people within 2 spaces, right?
So it's you're gonna target, like you deal 1 damage to any hero within 2 nodes.
Is it any as in only 1 hero or any as in all heroes?
It's 1. Any
Okay.
1 hero. Yep. So I mean, like you could step here and then shoot my Pinkberry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's yours.
Yeah, but your pink bear is still gonna attack, which is
I'll be a 3. Yep.
might.
So you could jump Perena over here and get Perena up to 2.
But then you're gonna attack 2 of my people. I see you, sir. I see you. You're gonna attack and hit 2 of my people. I'm not falling for your tricks, Mr. Manny. I am not falling for it.
All right.
Deadpan. Manny over here is trying to show y'all how to do it even more, and I'm like, nope, not falling for it. And you're going to get 5 more points, which is going to be terrible.
Yeah, if you leave Perena where it is, I'll take 5 more points.
You're gonna take it regardless, right? Because if I
Well,
take
unless
him
you
out.
move, so let's say you move, you just step back, right?
Oh
Now
yeah,
you
that's
can
that I
shoot my
can.
pinkberry, but I can't jump over
That's
Perena.
true. Yeah. Versus that, but then I won't be able to. That might be okay.
There
Like,
you go.
yeah. Okay, I'll do this and shoot him.
There you go. So now that keeps you safe. I
Mhm.
can't jump over your Catula because I knock myself out. I can't jump over any of these characters over here. So I'm kind of stuck right here in the middle. So instead, what I will do is I will step here and we're going to do a little cat trading,
Yeah.
little life cat trading. So unfortunately, I don't have anything I can do over here. I might have to run my bear out of here in order to.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not controlling the zone, so it's back to you. Your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely more thinking than you think. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's actually deceptively complex.
Yeah.
Um, because like the characters only have one ability, and you only have 4 dice to move around, but you'll quickly realize how much intricacy there really is with the strategies.
I guess I will. Yeah. I'm gonna step here and
Okay.
then sup some bear blood.
Nice. Okay. All right. That's not good for me. But I do get a point for being in the middle. I don't know what I want to do. I, no matter what I do, I'm gonna actually run through this and step here to go to 3.
Okay. Huh.
And I got a point for being in control of the middle.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So up to
going.
12.
I'm going to knock you out.
Okay.
Wait, no, this goes down to
You,
1 because there was only a difference of
it
1, right?
does. Yep, exactly.
But I get
So you went from
6.
7, you get 6, you go to 13.
And
Correct.
the game ends when someone gets 20 in a 2-player game.
To 20. Yep.
And
Yep.
then you get a point for being.
I get a point now for being control of the hill.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to step
Oh,
and shoot the cat.
rude. Yeah.
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you redeploy your guy back there, your Catula.
Mm-hmm. See. I could do that, but then okay. But that one's max, so I can't jump over my own people because the frog
Well,
is
you can.
maxed.
You just can't get the energy for it. Right.
Okay.
You just won't energize. But
Um. Yeah. And that's a stepping, not a. Yeah.
yep.
Hmm. What am I gonna do?
Mm.
Do.
I don't know.
Let's go here and do it too.
Okay. So start of my turn, I get a point.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna run like this.
Okay.
Pass.
I'm gonna go here. So now that's
Ooh,
3.
good call. Yep.
Go
Yep.
here. Now that's
Yep.
4.
Good call.
And then which one is most points? Let's see.
5.
That one, yeah.
Perena's 5. Yep.
So then I go here, and that's 3. Wait. Oh
Yep.
no, I go down to 2. And then
Yep. But you'll get 5 points for that. You'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's gonna be a close game.
And then
Oh no, but
I
you're gonna
jump
then
you this
gonna
way.
yeah. Oh, I didn't
And I
think
get
that. Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Good job.
And I go to 24. There you go. So that is Jump Master. So
yeah. Very interesting. I like the puzzle nature of this. I feel like in a
Yep.
4-player game, it'd be definitely more chaotic.
Yeah.
and
So
less
there's multiple ways
strategic.
to play. The duel is my favorite personally.
Mm-hmm.
You can also do teams. So
Oh
like
yeah.
you would be here and I would be here. and then we would team up together. So we could jump over each other to energize
Mm.
and use different abilities. And then when we play with 2v2, you play up to 30 victory points. You
Oh.
can also play free for all. Like three of us could play on here, or four individuals. And in that case, you play to 20 when you do free for all. Free for all is a little bit more chaotic because quite literally people are going to get picked on, and that's the nature of any multiplayer game like that. Is someone can get picked on.
Yeah. That's
So
yeah. I think that was one of the reasons I didn't like area control as much, is because you would pick on some. Raw, that was also the issue. Is like the people in the front were like picked on, the people who had the most points, and then the two people in the back kind of ganged up and like went after the two people in the front. And then like at the very end of the game, someone like streams to the front, which is
yes.
very fun. Yeah, but man, yeah, this was good. I liked it. I think I definitely want to play it 2v2.
Hmm.
I like a co-op set or semi co-op mode,
Hmm.
where you're
Yep.
helping each other, which is kind of fun. That was
Yep.
interesting that we were playing the same characters.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's really cool. I do
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
So
that's nice. Are you gonna have expansions with more characters later on?
I think the hope is yes. I mean, I think that just you know everyone loves to think that their game will be successful and that it will do well and sell well, but there's definitely room for more expansion characters. One of the things, there's two ways to expand. One is brand new characters with dice,
Mm-hmm.
and another way is to create like a new bear that uses these same dice, but it's like an Arctic bear and it has a new ability that, when jumping over, you can freeze the opponent, and if you do that, you flip their side to the one and they can't move next turn or something, right? So there's abilities, ways to use these existing dice and create new characters that can do that. I'd love to create characters that interact with terrain. Like it'd be fun to have
Mm.
a character that can jump on the wall and
Oh,
jump off the wall or move through
yeah.
it, or you know dig and then pop up different places on the map would be super fun. So
Oh,
I think there's a lot of potential, and again, not because this is not Pokemon, but
yeah.
the same principle applies of like we could just make tons of different cool, fun creatures with very simple alterations and abilities, and the drafting is quite enjoyable. Like if we were playing a regular game, I would say let's take turns drafting and building our teams, and
Yeah, you can
so.
be very aggro aggressive, and just like have a lot
Hmm.
of fighters, close
Yep.
combat. That'd be
Yep.
interesting. Yeah, or
Hmm.
like people that can push the terrain and move them. That
That
would
would be
be
fun.
interesting.
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I really had a great time. Thank you so much for teaching and playing this with
Yeah,
me
of course.
and showing everyone how you can totally beat people. You can totally beat me in this game. I'm messing with stuff. Sorry. But yeah, it has of course the chip theory has amazing dice quality, and they're all
Hmm.
unique, which is fun. And I'm just gonna show the game found one more time. Yeah, so it's currently on. Again, you have 12 days to go ahead and back, and it's pretty inexpensive for what it is. I mean, it has a lot of, you know, was it personalized dice to the game, which is a lot of money to
Mm.
actually make. So, and of course, great
Yeah,
art.
yeah.
Yeah, good job on the art. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and of course, there's terrain pieces and stuff. And that's so. If you see, this is how the victory tracker is going to be on the
Correct.
actual game.
Yep.
And yeah, and as you heard, it's easy enough to learn, but it's kind of hard to master. You got to really play it a couple of
Yeah.
times, or play it
Yeah.
with someone that's better, and then you learn their moves, and you're like, next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be awesome. And like I said, the deluxe is only $10 more than the regular, and you get the neoprene mat, and
Acrylic
acrylic
tokens. Yeah.
tokens with the clickety clack, and of course the nice organizer. And so, have you done has Bonds done the earthquake test with this organizer to see if if it will
I don't think
stay.
anyone has actually. I think Chip Theory has seen those, but I haven't even held the organizer yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
And
I think
plus
they have.
this. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think they have samples arriving right now at the
Oh,
or at their office. So
nice. And as you can tell, there's a lot of different characters that you can try, and so this will give you a lot of
mhm,
different gameplay replays.
mhm,
And I do love Fight Five. Fight Five is a fun flick
cool.
battler,
Thanks.
so yeah, great
Yeah,
for a
I love
large
that.
group.
It's an awesome like my Phase 10 Uno family really enjoys Fight 5 because they can it's a nice sidestep for them.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. And it plays like a lot of players, right? Oh, 2 to 5. For some
Yeah,
reason,
you
I
can play
always
up to
think it
5.
plays even higher. But now it's 2 to 5 for some reason. Oh yeah,
Yep,
that's
two
in the
five.
name. Fight 5.
Yes, Fight 5.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. So yeah, go check out the game found. So where are you going to be next? We talked a little bit about how you were just at Tantrum Con.
Yep.
But what other conventions will you be going to this year, my friend?
So the next two, I'll be at Gamma. That's in a couple weeks. Which again is not a fan-facing show, but there typically is media and publishers and distributors and stores and stuff. After that, it'll be PAX East in Boston. That's the end of March. I think it's the last weekend. Um, and then after that, I think the next show is UK Games Expo.
That's one I really
Um,
want to go to. I've never gone to that one either.
it was very enjoyable. I went for my first time last year, um, and I had a great time. Birmingham was really fun. It was really enjoyable to be there. This time I'm hoping to go to London first.
Oh
I've
yeah.
never been. So I want to go to London and spend a couple days there. There's apparently a restaurant in London. They have what's called Byung Byung noodles, which is a northern Chinese cuisine noodle. And it's made by this incredible uh, Chinese chef
Mm-hmm.
who moved to London from her like a village in northern China. And this type of noodle, it's a flour noodle, but they're really wide.
Oh yeah.
They're these big, huge, fat noodles, and they're typically like tossed in chili oil and like vegetables. Um, and I've had it now, but apparently the best in the world is this restaurant in London. So I'm
Oh,
hoping to go have this.
I'm
And I can't remember
shocked.
the name. I can't remember the name of the actual restaurant, but
Yeah.
um,
If
yeah,
you
she specifically moved to London for that.
if you find it, please message me because I love
Okay.
thick, chewy noodles. It's my
Oh yeah, yeah.
favorite. Yeah, so I definitely because I'm shocked. I'm in LA and like, oh my gosh, there's so many good Asian restaurants and Chinese restaurants here,
Yeah,
but
these
like,
are I mean, I might be speaking slightly ignorantly, but I'm pretty sure these are considered a northern Chinese noodle style. And I found this specific chef on like a Netflix special. There was a
oh,
noodle-based Netflix special, and it talked about how, like, from China, she took her family's like recipe for these, and how they're called byung because they when they make them, like you make one noodle
mm-hmm.
and you like slap them on the counter in order to stretch and pull them, then you cook one noodle in a big bowl of water. I've actually made these for my family at home,
Oh wow.
um, and I loved it. It was probably one of my favorite dishes I've cooked. um, but I'm really looking forward to if I'll look it up and I'll send you a message to let you know which one it is. um, but it's one of my favorite noodle dishes. So
Oh, I love that. Was it easy to make?
yeah, it actually was. I was
Okay.
surprised by how easy it was. Just water and flour for the egg, or not egg, sorry, for the noodles. There was no egg. It was just water, flour. Um, and it was really neat because there were like these little nuggets of flour that were maybe 4 or 5 inches long or wide, and that's what you start with. And you kind of pull, and then you do this like divot crease through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever made these noodles?
Mm-mm.
I don't, maybe, but so then as you take and you start pulling them and slapping them on the table, the divot you create in the middle breaks, and it creates like this giant hula hoop noodle it ends up being like 2 feet long, and then you take it directly there and you just drop it in the water and you cook for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes,
Oh.
and then you take that out, put it in a bowl, and it was a special like sauce that had sesame seeds and chili oil and chili flakes and garlic and onions and stuff like that. It was really really good.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Uh, we
Mhm.
got into a whole tangent, but that's my board game stream is always food and board games.
I love it.
So yeah. So besides, so you said UK Games Expo. I think you said right, Gen Con as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely be. Dice Throne is for sure there. I believe I'm going to Gen Con. I've been last couple years, so I think I'll be at Gen Con again. Um, there, we keep talking about going to Origins, but I've never
Mm-hmm.
been. So it's definitely a show I would love to be at some point because I know that's definitely more of a gaming show. Like you just go there to play games and hang out with people. So I would love to go to a show like that and run events. We typically go to PAX West, PAX Unplugged, Essen. Um, there's a very small possibility we might go to PAX Australia, but
Oh,
that's a major endeavor to go to
that'd be
PAX Australia.
fun.
So
Yeah.
yep. So
But yeah,
yep.
if you wanna meet him at cons, check out the Dice Throne, Dice Slam tournaments or their booth. Most likely, you're gonna be there, right?
Yep, that's typically where I live in the Dice Throne tournaments and at our booth.
Yes, and welcome in Foglight. Yeah. So, for me, I am going to be on next week. The Tuesday is Chinese Lunar or Chinese New Year day,
Mm.
so I won't be streaming. But Thursday, Andrew Styles, another designer, is going to join me for Rumble Nation. He was on the
Ooh, good
BGG
game.
podcast. Said he never played it
That's a
before. I'm like, I'm gonna teach you. But yeah, that
Combination's
one's
a good game.
fun. Another dice game.
Yes, it's a very good game.
Yeah. And then on Friday, Jesse from Tabletop Gamers is going to join me for Azul Summer Pavilion. And then on
Oh,
Sunday, Leo is going to join me for NPC Rivals from that's on
nice.
Kickstarter as well. We're going to raid into Salt and Sass Games. They're not playing a board game, but they are playing Plasmophobia, and it's always a good time watching Mandy Hutchinson, who is a big board game reviewer. It has the Salt and Sass podcast, but it's always fun watching her get scared. So, and then our friends, of course, are going to join her for the game. So Foglight says, "I love Phasmophobia." Now, I don't play it because I don't like jump scares, but it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch them. So once again, thank you, Manny, so much for joining me for
Of
this
course.
stream. I hope I did get to meet
Happy
you
to.
at some point at one of these cons. That'd be really nice. We
That'd
never
be
met
awesome.
each other in person, so
Yep.
yeah. And I hope to see y'all, on the next stream. Have a great Lunar New Year, everybody. Eat lots of food, and have a good week and play all the games. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Subi Confused. Bye,
Yep.
everybody.
Bye.